Come over here. I'm over here picking up a gallon of retarder. And Zach, right?
Yep.
Zach is going to give us a tour of the place.
Alrighty. Well, we'll start here, I guess. We got the showroom, and we have a good selection of the stuff that we carry, the main items. That way people can come in and match their parts pretty easily. Usually people know what they need when they see it, so that makes life a lot easier for them. And then we've also got a lot of clearance stuff that we've marked down to cost just to try to move it, make room for new inventory. Yeah, and let's see, we've got some cleaners over there, and we can head back into the warehouse. So this is shipping. These are all orders getting lined up, ready to go out. And doing receiving here. I don't have a whole lot to bags and bags of rivets. This is nothing compared to what usually arrives. And these just came in. These are the self-priming siphons, little glass marble in there, so you don't have to suck on it. You just set that in there, shake it, and it primes it for you. We got the steel department back here. A little bit of what's going out.
All the 4130 chromoly.
Yep, there's a little bit of 1018, a little bit of 304, and just a little bit of 321, which 321 is a high temp stainless,
Right.
for like exhaust. And there's probably, I think we have 170 some sizes between all of it, and it goes from straw sized all the way up to some monster sizes. And
When you say straw size, you mean 1/8 inch? No,
it'd be
3/16.
about 3/16, which it looks like I just ran out of.
Well, here's a piece right here, a 3/16.
Yeah, 3/16. That's an 035. Well, we actually go down to an 028 for that. And you'd be surprised how much of that we actually move. But
If you had 1/8 inch, I'd be interested. But 3/16 is too big.
oh yeah. And if it's something we don't have, we can look into it for a customer. So if it's a special order size, we do that. We just got in some tubing for monster truck frames. And it's so huge the forklift could only handle 3 sticks at once.
They're saying this is cool, by the way.
that's awesome. Yeah, we've got some square, solid rod. These guys start out as 22 footers, and we love it by the time they get down to this, because pulling one of these out 22 foot just
Yeah.
to cut 1 foot off.
How much is a foot of that?
Oh, I'd have to look it up.
Off the top of your head.
Shoot, it's probably like maybe 20-ish. I'm not quite for sure.
That ain't bad. The reason I ask is there's some machinists on here that watch this channel that will go, hey. So now you know you can get...
And we do have some mild 1018. We don't carry much of it. Most of our customers request the 4130, and we have just a little bit of solid stainless. The stainless we carry though is a -0, so there's no temper to it, so it's really soft because it's made to be bent for like fuel lines, hydraulic lines, and whatnot.
It'll gall up if you try to thread it.
Yeah, oh yeah, it will. Sure will. Some that just came in. Steel comes in pretty much on a daily basis. And some more over here. We got some streamline.
Hey, we got airfoil tubing.
We just had this made, and it's
Got some aluminum for my my English viewers.
Yeah. Angle. Some of the angles right now are getting hard to find. Some of the, I think it's the T6s, so that's why this is a little sparse. Every now and then you run into stuff that just nobody seems to have.
How about an 1/8 inch by 3/8 wide flat bar? You got that?
T6 or T3?
Hardest you got.
1/8 inch by what?
1/8 inch thick, 3/8 wide. Doesn't look like it. This is half, but that's 3/4.
No, but we can sure look into getting you some. Just did that yesterday for a customer. Yeah, this stuff's fun. You put it chuck it up in a lathe and go to town on it. Yeah, we go. This is 1 5/8 inches.
They got airfoiled aluminum down there. That's pretty cool.
This is wing strut, so you have to buy it as one length, but we'll cut it to whatever. But the thing that makes wing strut different is...
Let it go. Let me see how heavy it is.
But this has actually got, in the center,
Yeah.
it's got stiffeners, and then that also lets you tap into it if you need to. Yeah. So I think this is usually around 10 foot or so, and then we cut it down to what a customer needs.
So you got a bandsaw here.
Got two. Had to buy a second one. We've had so many people wanting things cut to 1-footers lately that we finally just bought a second saw, and its purpose in life is to cut like 1-footers for gunsmiths, and you never know who's going to be on the other end of the phone when you get a call.
Right.
I've already talked to the Air Force, NASA, and a go-kart builder this morning. So,
Well, have you talked to the Air Force Museum?
I'm sure I have.
Because I gave him the card out there.
Yeah. We go to some pretty good sizes too. I mean, and this stuff, when you put it in when you chuck it up in the vise, you actually have to get a couple of people to hold it, because if the pneumatic vise will actually be enough to compress that just slightly. Which you wouldn't think of to do that, but you got to watch how much pressure you put on it, because...
What do you got for wood?
We don't have much anymore. We're out of spruce. We don't carry spruce anymore. So we can head back. There's probably some back. Oh, we have nylon and Delrin as well.
Hey, John, they got Delron for Venturis here. How much is this?
Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to look it up. Yeah, it goes all the way down to...
Well, this is about the right size right here.
All the way down to 1/8 inch for kite builders. Yeah, we have a little bit of everybody stop through here for stuff.
Right.
You never know. Let's see, we're gonna head back through our plywood packing area.
Got any 1/8 inch light ply? Three ply? Or is
I
it?
don't know about the 3-ply.
How about, is it 5 or 7 aircraft ply?
Yeah, we'll have to go check on that back here. The ply is actually on the other side.
That's all right.
This is all of our, well, let's see, our T3 is over on this side, and this is our 12-foot shear, so we cut the size. We can't do circles. We still get people trying to get us to cut circles on something that only cuts straight. But it goes, well, that's not the thicker stuff.
Yeah.
The thicker stuff we've got, this is what you need a 4-foot to get up on there.
Oh yeah, 3/8 plate.
Yeah.
My last job was at a fab shop, so I know exactly what I'm looking
You
at.
can look at it and tell how many thousands probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure can. Okay, we can go over to the wood.
We got the dope here.
Dope, epoxy.
If I want to buy just a can, you got a gallon can?
Let's see. Your butyrate?
I just want an empty can.
Oh!
I'm gonna make a fuel can out of it.
Might be able to. Have to see what I have. We'll rummage through some stuff and see.
Look at this. It got aluminum wheels, go-kart wheels.
Oh, aircraft.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And them are little
Wheels are
wheels.
there. Tef cell wiring. PVC wiring is not great for inside a full-scale aircraft. So all of this is Tef cell, and some of it is shielded. You can tell which is shielded by the lumpy outer side. So it's got a wire sheath going around it to protect it from, electromagnetic fields of any of its neighbors next to it. Got tires. We get a lot of customers sometimes calling in and asking for 747 tires. And
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
They Google aircraft, and I guess they find us, and they're like, "Hey, and they'll give you the size, and your brain just goes, boom, because you realize that size would be
Right.
Yeah. So.
That's a stall tire, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, they like them because it's got the knobbies on it, so when they hit the ground, it gives them a little bit more traction. Yeah, the stall competition up at Oshkosh was fun this year. Yeah.
Did Cletus McFarland show up?
I honestly don't remember.
I know that Mike Patey had to. Yeah, he blew his airplane up. That's right. The engine blew up.
They do that. Fiberglass.
All right.
Carbon fiber, vacuum bagging material.
Okay.
Oh, and the covering is.
I got questions. Now, you don't have any half-ounce cloth. This is what, 2 ounce or 3 ounce?
Half ounce would be close to what we call deck cloth, I think. It's what people use to cover.
E-glass. Yeah, there we go. What is this?
I don't know if it's half.
No, that's one, but
yeah,
that's okay.
That's one. People that do cedar strip canoes love this because when they put it down, once they wet it out, it's completely clear.
Yeah, because it's e-glass.
Yeah.
Right.
E-glass, S-glass, and all the different. Once you start delving, we have books on that too. And
right.
Once you start going down that rabbit hole, it's a very deep rabbit hole.
So I can get. Is that a bag there? Right there. Is that a complete bag?
No, this is actually This is a V-fold.
So I would have to get the ends for it, right? The locking ends, so you lock it.
Well,
you have all the stuff to do that
when
job?
When I do it, I just use the, some people call it dum-dum tape. It's a vacuum bagging tape, so I can show you some of that. It's one of our best sellers on Amazon. You can buy a lot of this stuff on our Amazon site as well. So this is my favorite vacuum bagging material. It's also a V-fold, but it's very forgiving for compound curves. I mean, this stuff will stretch to no end.
Do you guys have the fittings?
Yep, we have the vacuum bagging fittings. We have, if you want quick release fittings, we've got that.
Peel ply? No, that's absorption. You got peel ply here too?
Peel ply. I've got the white, and everybody likes the green.
It don't matter what color.
I just ran out of that, so I've got another roll that should be here in a couple of days. This is actually the most popular bagging material we have because it's inexpensive, it's V-fold, and this is 200 pounds for a roll, and we keep several 200-pounders on hand. So
I'm getting ready to do a composite airplane, so I didn't know you guys had this. I've been ordering from Aerospace Composites.
Yeah. Yeah, every now and then I have to get from someplace else because I play with that kind of stuff too. I'm an advisor at a local university. We build solar-powered race cars, and it's all composites, and that's how I.
Do you have any molding board? You know, it's a blue. It's sandable. That's what Indy cars use to build bodies. You know, they build the plug out of this stuff. You don't have that.
We used to carry a couple different densities of foam, and it got to where people just don't do composite aircraft like they used to. It's a lot of sheet metal now.
The Dark Knight. You watch them guys?
Oh yeah.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah. And it was getting to where we had to buy such quantity of the foam that we couldn't afford to store it, because that's mostly what we were doing, was buying it, storing it, and waiting for the odd customer to come by. And
do you sell phenolic?
We do sell phenolic.
Man, jackpot.
Quite a bit of phenolic.
1/8 inch. You guys got 1/8 inch?
Oh, I'm sure. We just redid we just did another order for it. This is paint department.
You don't make the dope back here, right? Or are those the toners for Randolph?
Yeah, those are the toners.
Now you guys made a mistake, and it's the best mistake you ever did. And I got the chart out there. Did I talk to you?
No, but I heard about it. We talked about it at the meeting yesterday because you said that it came out.
It's beautiful.
Really?
It's beautiful. I should have brought the airplane. Matter of fact, I got a picture on here. I'll show you.
That's cool. We'll have to put that in the book. Also people that redo aircraft. I mean, once an aircraft is set outside for a while, it bleaches a little bit, and if you go and buy off the chart, it's not going to match exact sometimes.
Well, I'll tell you this,
and we'll finagle it a little bit.
I'll tell you this. This picture won't show the color difference, but I have gold leaf on top of this red, this PT red that I bought the gallon of. And you had 3, and I came back and the other 2 were gone. I should have got them all at once, but I have insignia red right next to it, and then the orange. It's like a gradual fade, because this PT red is way deeper than insignia red, which is the deepest red on the chip chart.
Yeah, because
I think it's probably Pontiac red on the PT chart that you sent me.
Yeah.
And then insignia red, Pontiac.
I maybe have the wrong color chart.
You got insignia white, insignia red. I used a lot of Cadillac red too, but that's pretty orange.
And if a customer needs some of these, just give us a call. We'll just pop them in the mail.
Okay. Did you guys hear that? If you guys want to buy or want some dope charts, he'll mail them out to you.
I mean, computer screens aren't real color. You can look on you can look on the internet and be like, oh, I like that color. You get it?
It's crap.
It's not what you thought it was going to be. So,
right.
And when you do that, take it out in the sunlight.
Right.
Don't look at it under a yellow indoor lights, because you'd be surprised. So we can go over to plywood.
Now, where's the organ factory at?
We are in part of the organ factory right now. So
okay.
They don't build them much anymore. So what they do is they will buy organs that churches are wanting to get rid of
and repair
them and then find a buyer. So they're saving these works of art from being destroyed. And that's what I could not tell you for the life of me what some of that is, but
Scott hangs out over here, right?
Oh, he loves organs. Pipe organs is just, and they're amazing.
It's been about probably 10 or 15 years since I've been on this side. We got some spruce sticks there. Or what are these sticks?
Well, I actually have some spars that we cut for a guy too, and he sent them back. So I don't know what dimensions those are. but those were actually spruce, and they've just been kind of sitting here waiting for a home. I don't have them on the website, but if a customer calls up, I've got them.
You got any rock hard maple?
Not like that, I don't.
I need pieces of rock hard maple 3/8 by half. Here's
so this
phenolic.
is our fairly empty phenolic shelf, and next week it's going to be a fairly full phenolic shelf.
This is linen. What do you get for a piece like this? You don't know.
No, I don't have any of that memorized. It changes so often.
I'll take this. It's a foot square.
Yeah, and it's the most useful thing.
Yeah, I used to, for you guys watching, not from here, but I used to go to St. Louis Plastics. Is that it? I can't remember. Anyway, and I'd get this right here, this type phenolic, and I'd cut these 3/8 by half and use them as motor mounts. They're great motor mounts, but man, they're heavy.
It's the strength of aluminum. It's heavier, but you can machine it, you can tap it, it's completely, it reminds me of the old G10. I don't know if anybody remembers what that was before carbon fiber, but yeah, it's amazing stuff, and it's the electrically resistant variety, so there's no way for moisture to seep into this, which is another thing.
We got 16th phenolic here too.
Yep. I've got bigger sheets over here.
I'll get a price on that. I hope you don't want $50 a foot for it.
I hope we don't either, because I need some too. And this is just the beginning of, I can always ask for scrap too.
This is light ply here. See, it's got three layers. Aircraft ply has 5 to 7. This is 3.
Yeah, and a lot of this is in millimeters here too, so 2 millimeters. We go down to, this is the thinnest. Yeah, this is it.
64th?
Yeah, 1/64th and 0.8.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, a 32nd. That'd be a 32nd.
I get 64th.
We used to carry 64th, and yeah, you can actually order a 4x4 of this, and we can roll it and ship it, which is amazing.
But you don't know what you get for a piece like that.
That's not a whole lot, actually. Some of the plywood is, especially the metric and the thin stuff. I've got a couple sheets of it, so.
I need a price sheet if I'm going to walk around this place.
I
don't know if I can spend that much money here.
The largest these come in is a 4x4, though. We used to order 1/64th, but the company couldn't get it to us in one piece. They would always be just split and cracked right down the middle. And for modelers, they don't need a 4x8 sheet.
Now we usually get it as 2x4.
Yeah.
2 foot by 4 foot.
Which would be fine, but our full scale guys.
This is 2.5. That's 24. That's 2 foot. No. So maybe we're getting 64th.
2x4s.
Yeah, this is 2x4. We're getting 1x4 for 64th.
Yeah, and this is actually made here in Highland. All the aircraft grade plywood except for the metric is made here in town. And no matter where you buy aircraft grade plywood in the United States, it comes from here in town. So there's only one guy that makes it. And the mahogany's on the other side. We have 45 degree and 90 degree, and I don't know, some people probably haven't seen a 45. Those are all 90s.
We could build some nice cabinets out of this stuff. It's clear.
We have a cabinet company that's one of our good customers. There are no voids in this.
Right.
This is 100% solid. Oh yeah, there's some nice mahogany.
Look at that. Let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. 1, 2, 3. That's 6 layers on that one. That's an odd number for plywood.
Yeah. It amazes me how many plies they can get on some of these, because that veneer, you have to just be able to take your hand and see through it. I mean, it must be so thin.
What I do for my nose rings on my airplanes, I take 64th plywood and laminate it together till it's an 1/8 inch thick. So think of how many layers that is.
That's quite a.
But it's solid, buddy.
I bet you it is. Yeah. And then this is where the metric ply lives. So
2 millimeters is an 1/8 inch.
Yep.
Approximately. This is a 3/32.
This is the 8.
That's 16.
0.8.
Yeah, this is 32nd or close thereof.
Now we did order in some 1/64th for a customer, so we can get it.
We don't use much of that, or I don't. I got 3 sheets of it now.
Well, I do free flight, so
Yeah.
I'm more of a. Actually, no, that's 0.8. And yeah, it just keeps going.
You compete at the Nats?
No, I just. Somebody's probably looking for those. Nylon. Yeah, so we've got plenty of ply.
We got lots of stuff here.
Oh my goodness, yeah, there's just some of the pipe.
For pipe organs?
Yeah.
Wow, but that's a big organ.
That's due to be refinished.
Well, this is just like the Brodak tour, only this place I think is bigger.
Well, the organ factory, I don't know if you were ever in the original.
This is a sander.
Yep.
If I bring something over here, can I rent that out from you and sand it?
You'd have to talk to Scott, but probably. That has a digital readout on it.
And it'll
The
sand.
Grizzly. That's how we would get our spruce down to its final thickness.
Right.
We'd go through the planer to get reasonably close,
Right.
and then you get 3 digits after that. But the thing people don't realize is wood is not dimensionally stable enough to hold a 3-digit
Right. Right.
size.
And you got a hell of a bandsaw here. It's got about a 3-foot depth.
So resaw, yeah. She's fun. You turn it on and it sounds like a jet engine.
Man.
It takes a little bit to spool up. I don't know if she's even plugged in or not. Yeah, we got a couple that they moved over from the old organ. Nah, she's not plugged in.
3-phase.
Yeah, most of the tools here, woodworking stuff, or
Big spindle sanders.
just about everything is 3-phase.
Belt sanders.
Latest project, I guess.
Count Dracula's piano.
Well, and you know, if playing with 2 hands isn't enough for you, if you look down there, that's for your feet.
Yeah.
So you play with both hands and both feet at the same time.
No thanks. I can't do any of that shit.
I mean, you got to be an octopus to be able to do that. And I don't know if you've ever seen bellows inside a cuckoo clock before, tiny
No.
little guys. Well, here's his big brother. That's what gives you
Range there.
Yep.
Um,
And then just about any fiddly bit you're looking for.
I've needed these before.
We even got some 12-inch jobber bits.
Really?
Yeah, got some 1/8 inchers.
But you got to buy the whole pack, right?
No, that'd be expensive. One at a time. Yeah. The smallest order I've ever taken was 14 cents. So
14 cents.
14 cents. so we don't have a minimum.
Well, I want
2 screws.
I want you to look up what that 1/8" square foot of 1/8" phenolic is. We got MS fittings, boy.
Yeah, those are some big ones.
When I was in the Navy, I worked on F-14s, and I was an AMS, which is aviation structural mechanic. The AMHs had a shop where they had all this MS and AN fittings down there. I had a 69 Mach 1 Mustang that every fitting on the car was these. All the electrical was done by the ATs in the electronics shop. It had the Canon plugs and all the bundles and all that to this thing. If I'd ever got caught going out the gate with that thing, it'd have got me.
These are actually automotive.
Really?
Yeah, the ANs are a couple miles over, but these are Phoenix fittings for automotive. We have a lot of car guys. Aircraft probably only makes up maybe a third.
Really?
Yeah. Probably a third automotive and a third.
Are we the biggest dope customers?
Probably not.
Yeah.
We have companies that's what they do is refinish aircraft.
Yeah. Well, why don't they just call Randolph?
I'm not going to ask him that.
Call him for what?
Whatever.
I don't know if he was the biggest dope customer. He's got a live stream going.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, Consolidate's not gonna sell direct.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll give you all their tech info, which is great. I mean, the guy there ain't nobody knows anything like he does.
Did you know that they make all the dope in the country?
Oh yeah.
Everything's made there. Randolph, Consolidated, Acme. I asked him about Aerogloss. You guys ever hear of Aerogloss?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where to get any thinner for Aerogloss?
No.
Because it's MEK based. And you can paint anything over Aerogloss, but you can't paint Aerogloss over anything.
Else.
Yeah.
It'll destroy it. Yeah.
And that includes powder coat. It'll take the powder coating out.
Oh yeah. MEK, no joke.
Well, I knew that we're not, I'm not the biggest dope buyer, but
Hey, it all adds up.
yeah. This is where you get the superfill from too, guys. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, SEFK.
That's bias tape.
Bias tape. Got all the screws and all kind of bullshit. All right, guys. Well, that's our tour of wicks. I want to see about a gallon can and that square foot of phenolic.
Okie dokie.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be back painting later on this afternoon as soon as I get back. The reason why I'm over here is because we got a crappy day and I had to really lean on the retarder, and I had 2% in the other thing, and I might need to go some more depending on the humidity. But it's not recommended to go past 10%. I'll tell you that right now, because it will pucker the covering. It's like it really eats down into the wood. All right, we'll see you after a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.